everybody. How hold on. All right. Hey Jesse. Congratulations again on the 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 studies. I'm trying to get there. So I know you put a lot of work in to get to that point. Let me I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. Let's see. Lord. Y'all hold on 1 second. I'm live. That's okay. All right. Bye. Help, Lord. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Hey, y'all. What is going on? Happy Monday. Why is my stuff looking like this? I don't know what's going on. Happy Monday. How is everybody's Monday? How's everybody doing this beautiful evening? Hey, Prayera, how are you? Welcome in. Hi, Anthony. Good evening. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Happy, fantastic Monday. How was everybody's Monday? Did everybody have a good Monday? You know what? I'm gonna get one of those little. I want the little lapel mics. I have a little, podcaster do mic, but I want the little razzle dazzle you just put on your little things. I'm gonna have to go get me a little lapel. We're gonna have to get a lapel. But anyway, so I hope everybody had an amazing Monday. That situation at the slave job got waived. Okay. Yes. Yes. That's good, Pray Era. That's good. I'm so glad you had an amazing Monday. Oh, you took today off. Okay, period. Go take yes, you need a good Monday off. You had a good weekend. Look like you had a good weekend. Union strong. You know what? I was a part of a union maybe once. The South not really used to. Somebody gonna get me in the comments. Does I don't think the South is really used to unions like that. Maybe, or maybe it depends on what type of work you do. But I was a part of one union once, but I didn't really take advantage of it. I didn't know how to. So there's that. I spent my day. My Monday was good. Uh, yeah, this is my third union. Okay, okay. I heard good things about the union though. I know like I think nurses have unions, don't they? Or something like that. But um I haven't really experienced like had the full union experience. I just knew we had one. Okay, so this was a very, 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 very long time ago when I was in undergrad. And my first iteration of undergrad, okay? Because I've been in and out of this thing. Pretty good Monday. Family had a little crab. Ooh, yes, today after work here in Jacksonville, Florida. Okay. Okay, that's good. Ooh, that's real good. I love a good crab boil. Okay. Um, so like I was saying, so I hate the union in my situation. They be picking with us. So my first iteration of undergrad, I worked at, now this is really about to tell my age, Singular Wireless. Okay, Singular Wireless. It was all the way in Cedartown, Georgia. All right. I worked for the call center at that time. And that's the only time that I had heard about a union. Anything other than that, um, any of my other jobs, no. But that particular one, we had a union. So there was that. Um, and I was so young, I didn't know what the union could and couldn't do for me really. So I didn't take any parts. But that's the only time I've had union experience. But I know that unions are very huge in the Midwest, as far as I know, and in the North, as far as I know. I could be wrong. Somebody gonna correct me in the comments, I'm sure. So there's that. But my Monday was good. I'm this is me being positive, okay? Because school starts back for my girls tomorrow. So we trying to do the last little time together. So summer is officially over. So we're back on schedule, back to cheer. Well, my girl been doing cheer like all summer. But one of my girls cheer, and so we back on that. Yeah, I was telling my age with that singular wireless. And what else? And then my other daughter is into theater, so she's into acting and things of that nature. So she's about to get back into it, and she wants to do tennis this year. So your girl is gonna be good and busy. So we're back at it, effective tomorrow. So today I've spent the whole day ripping and running, literally from this morning to just getting back home not too long ago. And I was like, Lord, please let me get home by 8:30 at least. I'm not trying to be out in these streets, because the more you out in the streets, the more money you spend. It's never free to be out in the streets, okay? Never free to be out in the streets. So with that being said, we trying to tie up those last little, knickknacks and doodads and clothes and so it's just like Christmas. I don't know why I act like this time of year is never gonna roll around, but it does. Acting in high school had me busy. Yes, yes. But I love it. I'm glad that both of them are, you know, both of them have their groove. But the only thing is, it's only one parent. It's only one of me, and I still gotta handle business to make ends meet. Coupled with being their Uber and running them around. But my oldest, this is her first year in high school, so we're heading towards it's time to teach me how to drive and all of that. Help, Lord. I'll jump right on in. How was Carn's 12 New Day Call? I wasn't on there long because I had things to do. So, in a nutshell, the few minutes that I was on there, he was calling everybody to a fast, of course. Each one teach one, okay? He was calling everybody to a fast, and so he was breaking down the different tiers. He had 3 tiers of the fast. He was breaking that down, and that's all that I caught because I was busy with my kids getting them together. So that's all I got. So anything else that he said, he did say this, and I was gonna get into it, but he did say in that call that he kind of alluded to um some things being sent in, working on the back end, but he said, I don't think that he's requesting an extension. I think he's probably requesting, let me not assume, but he alluded to some things. They working on some things on the back end. So we'll see. And he said that the fast is not about moving God, it's about us. And what about the dance train? Okay, y'all want to get to all the things of the things. Let me just jump in before I jump into all of that, because I can jump into it. Um, what else he was saying? So he was saying that even this fast is not about getting the result or the miracle that you're looking for. Because if God does it, great. If he doesn't do it, he's still good. Something along those lines. So that was that on that. So, oh Lord. Okay, so let me get to the challenge stuff first, and then I'll get to the little yang yang yang, that y'all want to talk about real quick. So this is day 10 of the challenge. Y'all hanging in there? I know I'm hanging in. Um, so yeah. So day 10, let's see here. So my inspiration for day 10 is consistency. And I'm gonna post this in Patreon. I'm gonna post this on the YouTube wall. I'm gonna post this on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're not following me, great segue. If you're not following me, there's I am Courtney Phillips TV on all platforms minus TikTok. I'm not on TikTok yet. I can't get with TikTok. That's a whole other story for another day, but I may need to get into it. But so consistency, so small actions repeated daily produce big results. So this challenge is me working on my consistency actually. So this 31-day challenge was for me to post videos on YouTube specifically was the challenge for me because I was kind of inconsistent with it. Like I would come on whenever I feel like it and all that good stuff like that. And then whoever else decided to jump on. Some people have given up or has their challenge is sugars and carbs. So some people held back on that. Some people said that they're going to work on their thought life. They're going to remove the distractions, remove negativity, things of that nature. Some people said they're going to attempt to stop cussing. So Jesse, he said he was going to go to the gym. Other people said they're going to work on at least moving their bodies. So Jesse, good for you. Jesse went to the gym today. So different challenges for different people. And so I know for me, this is it. Hey, organically, Shanae. The algorithm of TikTok is crazy, and it's not an app for deep content. It's more like get ready with me's. I heard, hey, by the way, I don't think I see you over here that too often. So thank you for coming in. I appreciate that, Shanae. I don't know. I hear people talk about they see so many things over there about a myriad of things. So I don't know. A lot of people be into the TikTok real strong. And I'm just like, every time I try to do TikTok, I just cannot. I don't know if I'm getting, it's my age. I don't know what it is. I just cannot get with TikTok. I do not like Facebook. I'll be very honest about that. But I said, you know what? Let me go on around there. And let's just see what it is. But I have a happy balance, if you will, with Instagram. So I'm over there on Facebook though, so we're gonna see what it do. Welcome in, Sinead. I'm glad you could join. I uploaded on Tik. You upload on TikTok and then you leave. I know that's right because I don't. That's another thing. You get caught in the hype of, child. If you already doom scrolling on Instagram, I don't know. Oh, and I'm also on Threads. I am Courtney Phillips on Threads. But anyway, so there's that. So are the challenges about consistency, the challenges about removing distractions, the challenges about replacing your distractions with something healthy, the challenges about changing your mindset. What are you thinking on? The Bible says, think on these things, whatsoever is of a good report, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are just, things of that nature. Think on these things. So the challenge is about working towards becoming your best self. Let me say that. Working towards that and removing some of the things that will hinder you from doing those things that you set out to accomplish, those things that you need to do that you may have been distracted or detoured from doing, like doom scrolling will take most of your time, and you look up and you're like, I didn't have enough time to complete this. I didn't have enough time to do whatever it is you needed to do. Well, if we take away some of those distractions, what do we have? You know what I'm saying? So then we have more time to do those things that we actually need to do. So that's the 31-day challenge. You still can jump on if you're not already. Also, if you are here and you have not hit the subscribe button because maybe you testing me out, you doing a little test drive, right? If you've been here more than a couple of times, you see what I'm hitting for. Go on and subscribe. Okay. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. We're working towards better, um, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, there's that. Now let's get into it. Let's get into the things of the things. Let me pull it up. I'm going to start with the infamous Soul Train line. AKA Praise Break. Okay, so this is Brian Carn and the Soul. Get it? SOUL Soul Train. Okay, Soul Spirit Soul Train. Okay, let me share my screen and let me turn on the turn on the volume. There we go. I'm gonna let it run again. Y'all gotta do a train. There we go. Here she go. Y'all see it? Mother jumped in there. What we doing, ma'am? That's y'all. Y'all, this is hold on, let me pause it. Y'all, this is Nicola's pastor. So we just saw Nicola's pastor. She's under watch care. And look, Auntie, please listen. Let me put it back on here. Ma'am, what were you thinking? Like, what were you thinking? We at church, they've been shouting, they've been, running around. He said, you know what? I want to do a little soul train. Okay. The Holy Ghost train. Look, Cole, listen, Holy Ghost train. Ma'am. Look, Cole said, yes, I'm under watch care for 9 months. Ma'am, what are you doing? You weren't even thinking about it. You just, hey, J. Rochelle. Like, ma'am. Ma'am, what was that? Like, what you just it brought her back in the days with Don Cornelius. So maybe she thought Don Cornelius was in the front of the train. Because honey, she was pop, lock it, drop it. Pop, lock it, drop it. Pop, lock it, drop it. You see, I'm from Atlanta, so ma'am, and you done messed around and now you viral. Now you're viral. Let me play it one more. I'm gonna play it one more time. Let me play it one more time. Let me add the volume. Y'all gotta do a train. Ma'am. Hey, Sean. Now we looking and bucking and ready to fight. Like, Miss Ma'am, are you serious right now? What was you? Now I don't know. I've been in church where it wasn't even enough for her to. She inched on out there, didn't she? Listen. Hey, Pastor Prim. Lord have mercy. Now who gonna do? Ain't nobody finna do that next. She is embarrassed. Like, maybe you know what? I'm finna give her the benefit of the doubt. I'ma always find a benefit of the doubt. Y'all ready? Maybe she from Africa. I ain't even trying to be funny. I'm serious. Maybe she's from Africa. Or she could be from, hi, welcome in. If not from Africa, Maybe she's from, okay, she a new believer, okay. But maybe she's from, like Caribbean and like other cultures. Sometimes they move their body. You know what I'm saying? Everybody dance ain't the same, okay? She ain't no Haitian, that part. She may be Haitian. I thought the people were lying on that lady, but they were not. Hey, JP, maybe. Listen, look, Cole said, nah, Court. They do, especially during oftentimes. You remember that man? I ain't got time to look for that video. They get down. They get down at church, okay? And that be their form of worship. So I'm gonna give her that. I just thought about that. She's from another country. She's from another culture. She is from another culture. And that's the way she was doing her dance. Listen, do your dance. Do your dance. I'm going to give her that. We going to give her that. Okay. I'm going to give her that. It makes sense now. It makes sense to me. I don't know about y'all. It makes sense to me. Okay. And we're moving. Let's see. That Soul Train line had me. I was like, what? Do I want to do this? Nah. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna do this one. Okay. Okay, let me add the volume. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on. Oh. Okay, wait a minute, y'all. I got it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
My first job, 2 days after
Let me see if I can start
Your
this.
first job being
as pastor. I offered him the first job.
Come on now, Jay.
At New Birth.
Come on, Jay.
At the 12 Hotel.
Hit the
in
like
the
button.
lobby with Bishop Neil Ellis. I'm new in town.
Verifiable.
Oh, yes. I don't know anybody. Drum roll. Take community development because I don't know Atlanta. I don't know the people here. You are well plugged in the radio stations, in the community. People know you. Love to have you. I think that he's great. I think he's smart. I think he has a whole lot to offer. I think he would do well in ministry.
I'm gonna run it back.
I am not an enemy.
Let me
of
see if I can.
I'm a fan. I can't be a preacher's son and against another preacher's son.
Oh, good. I can run it back.
Offer. I think he would do well in ministry.
I'm gonna run it back,
I am
y'all.
not
Hold
an
on.
enemy.
All right.
What kind of relationship do you have with Ed now?
Ed who?
Bishop's son.
None.
Why?
I think for his own choosing.
Are you willing to have a conversation?
Have had. I offered him my first job 2 days after I was hired.
Your first job being?
As pastor. I offered him the first job.
Come on now, Jay.
At New Birth.
Come on, Jay.
At the 12 Hotel in the lobby with Bishop Neil Ellis. I'm new in town.
Verifiable.
Oh, yes. I don't know anybody. Drum roll. Take community development because I don't know Atlanta. I don't know the people here. You are well plugged in the radio stations, in the community. People know you. Love to have you. I think that he's great. I think he's smart. I think he has a whole lot to offer. I think he would do well in ministry. I am not an enemy of Edward Long. I'm a fan. I can't be a preacher's son and against another preacher's son.
Yeah.
It's impossible. I can't. I'm sitting at your father's desk. I don't have any issue with Edward at all. What I've tried to intonate is that I can't steal from you what I didn't have to offer.
So he said, let me stop this. He said, Ed who? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm your girl. I'm your benefit of the doubt girl. Here we go. benefit of the doubt. He's I offer him a little yeah right now. Okay, hold on, let me back up. For those of you that may not know, you live under a rock, you've been asleep for decades. The gentleman that was just on the video was Pastor Jamal Harrison Bryant. He's the pastor of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, where the Honorable Bishop Eddie Lee Long once pastored. He is now the new pastor. I have to give context just in case. I don't know who's in the bushes, what's going on. All right. So, boom. So he took over the ministry. I don't remember what year. Only Ed we know. Cole, I'm not about to play with you. So he took over the ministry 2018, maybe 19, 20, one of those years. Okay. And so before he came, Edward Long Jr. was up for I believe he went up for the position, okay, as pastor of New Birth, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all will correct me in the comments. Too long ago, okay? And so there was this thing in Edward Long Jr., also known as Cody, for those of you that came up, back in the New Birth day. He was known for being outspoken. And so he was very outspoken about how he felt about this, because it was reported unto me. Now, I don't know how true this is, but it was reported unto me that some people had him thinking, that was on the board, had him thinking that he was going to actually get the church. He was preaching there. This was before Jamal came. They wasn't gonna put Junior in there no matter what. Jamal Bryant was named the senior pastor of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, November 2018. Thank you. All right. So it was told that a couple of members on the board had Edward Jr. thinking that he was going to get the church, because while the gentleman that succeeded Bishop Long, that Bishop Long actually had given the church to, had left. He resigned. Okay, that was Bishop Stephen. I can't remember his last name. He resigned, and so they didn't have anybody for a minute. So Edward was in and out of there preaching. Okay, and so they were still on the look, and so Edward thought that potentially he would get it. So fast forward, they announced that Jamal Bryant was going to get the position. Edward spoke after the fact, after they had announced it and everything, and he was upset. He was like, I've been in here preaching. Y'all had me under the assumption that this was going to be this and that was going to be that, and then y'all did this. So here you are. Good luck with that. Pretty much. That's my wrap up on it. Okay. And so, yeah. So this is news. Now, I never heard this, right? Right. Nicola said it was business, and which it was, because there was a massive debt over the church. There was just so many things that need to take place. And I will be honest with you, I'm not sure. And I have nothing against Junior, aka Cody. I have nothing against him at all. Love him down. Just not too sure if he would have been able to pull New Birth out like how he needed to, or how it needed. Okay, New Birth needed a fresh start, need some retooling, needed to come up out of that debt. And so thus far, Jamal has been able to do that. And there were a ton of pastors that interviewed for that position. Has anyone heard Junior preach? I have. So yeah. Um, so now we're here. So Jamal is here. He knocked a massive amount of debt off of the church. It went from 30 something thousand, maybe 37,000 or 32,000 to 9, no, excuse me, 32 million. I'm sorry. Million. I'm talking wrong. It's million. Millions of dollars in debt. So it went from 32 million or 37 million to now 9 million. Okay? That's huge. Look, I'll say it for you. He couldn't. Church was facing approximately 32 million. Okay, thank you. With some reports citing between 30 million and 34 million in accumulated debt and looming foreclosure. So, in the moment of silence, spoke, listen. And so from there, Jamal has been able to take that land and he's going to build homes on that land. There are so many things that he is doing to um, commemorate the vision, if you will, of Bishop Long. This is Bishop Long's vision, and he's actually advancing the kingdom, because that's what New Birth, we used to be about, advancing the kingdom and something else. I can't remember the model that we used to have because I used to be a member of New Birth. And so Jamal is doing just that. And fun fact, come to find out, and y'all go watch the interview he did with Jasper Williams III, aka Thirdum. Great podcast that he has, and he was talking about how Bishop Long paid his tuition. And if I'm not mistaken, he actually had worked at New Birth as well, or served at New Birth in whatever capacity. So it's just such a full circle moment there. I do wonder how Mrs. Long is doing. I definitely wonder that. So it's amazing to see what God is doing over there at yeah, I love his show too. It's so good. So it's amazing to see what's going on over there. But nonetheless, so I did not know the information that he gave. I did not know that Edward who though. Y'all was just off of the heels of talking about New Birth, all things New Birth, and you talking about Edward who, Jamal? Messy boots. Okay. Now that was shade. That wasn't mess. That was shade. Okay. That was very shady. Yeah, it may have been another Potter's house if the son would see. We can't talk about that enough. I understand it. I get it. Church is not just ministry, but it's also business. I get it. I understand all of that. However, I'm sorry. Sometimes the family cannot take over the business. I know it may be some trust issues there. I know. Well, okay, so let's back up. So at the time, when Bishop pronounced another successor, Edward was definitely not in a position to take over the church. He was young, and there was a lot of other things going on there. So, and that was understood. Okay, he didn't want to put that weight of that much responsibility on Junior. So I get it. But nowadays, with churches that have children that are adults, I mean, I don't know what to say. Even if your child can preach, are they equipped to pastor? Can they pastor the church? Like, It's more to pastoring than just preaching. Preaching is a small percentage because again, not only is it ministry, but it's also a business. Do you do business well? Or are you just a face? You see what I'm saying? You really have to, and I know it's easier said than done. You see what's happening with Daystar and Luke. I ain't even want to get into that. That's a whole other story for another day. But I'm telling you, you gotta follow the leading of the Lord. And sometimes he may call for somebody outside of your household. You know, her kids so upside down. Man, that is so sad. Everybody can't be the pastor. Everybody can't be on the deacon board either. That's right. It's blacks and whites alike. Everybody. It's a mess. And I get it and I understand because you want to leave, you want to trust your legacy in the hands of your family, and you think that they won't run it through the ground, right? And I'm gonna say this, and I also understand that it may be challenging to give your legacy over to someone that's not connected to you by blood, right? They may come in there and God forbid you pass away, and they're gonna develop a whole other vision outside of what you had for your legacy. You know what I'm saying? So I get the challenge of it all, but at the end of the day, would you rather have something left over? Would you rather have something for your family? Or would you rather have your family running through the ground and you really have nothing for real? I know it's tough. I know it's hard. What if a pastor selects an assistant pastor who is not directly related to him? So that happened with Pilgrim Church in Brooklyn. So when Bishop Roy E. Brown passed away, he gave the church to Pastor Deborah Crow. She was his assistant for so many years, and he gave the church over to her. And I'm not sure if that was to be expected. Hey, Stephanie, I'm not sure if they expected that or not, but they did that. Sometimes that happens because he didn't have any children that I know of. No, he did, but he did have children, but they didn't want a pastor. You know what I'm saying? We grieve over people that oh, rehand picked by man, but not chosen by God. Okay. Okay. So, but him saying, now I believe now. So when he said that he offered him, I don't know about him offering him to pastor, but if he said he did that, okay. But him, offering him a position like a community liaison, whatever he said, I think that was dope. And it's funny that he said that because I was asking people like, why didn't he like have Edward in some capacity in the ministry? And then come to find out he offered him. Now, if he didn't, Edward gonna come on this good old internet, and he gonna let us know. He gonna let us know the real tea. Edward probably trying to gather himself right now, and because he's very composed and very, so Edward finna come on this internet and let us know the real tea if that's not the case. And I'm gonna be right there watching, and I'm gonna fire up the live and definitely let you know. Pride and ego. Edward work under Jamal. His pride too big. Yeah. If you know you want your son to take over, train him early like Bishop Linwood is doing his son, Trey. Trey not even 25 and he act like his dad. Oh, wow. When you allow toxic negative people to come into your circle, it's like opening up portals. All right, come on. Come on, Junior. We wants to know, okay? The church where my mom came out of came out of the pastor's oldest son has the church, but recently selected a young assistant pastor, and many young people are coming into the church. That's strategic. That's good. That is so good. Hey, Mike, welcome in. Happy Monday. That is so good, Pray Era. I'm so glad. You know how many pastors are kind of intimidated about young guys coming in? They can be very intimidated sometimes, but sometimes I think you need a mix of vitality with the youth, and then you need a seasoned saint. And so if we could get to the point where that bridge is gapped, I think we could do some things. Good, Mike. That's good to hear. So yeah. So, but Jamal is something else talking about some Ed who really, sir. But I'm counting down on the clock because Ed not gonna pass this up. Junior not gonna pass this up to say something. If it's true, he may keep quiet. He may not say nothing at all. If it's not true, but I think he at the Ed who alone is gonna force his hand. That Ed who is gonna force his hand. Oh, Ed who you but I don't think, in all fairness, and I'm just carrying on, but I don't think Jamal meant that like that. Or at least I hope not. I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? That was wow, though. Is there anything? No, I think that's it. So we're on Carn watch. He did. Jamal is petty. You got a red ball it back, brother. Praise it, praise him. Amen. That's it. I don't have any more. As far as I can think, we're on Carn watch. We are currently fasting. So those who are members of KCC nationwide, we're fasting. And she already been a member, so I don't know about that. I thought she was already a member. There's no news there. I thought she was a member. I thought she'd been a member for a while. I could be wrong. So that's it. I don't have any more. We're doing the 31-day challenge. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, though. I could have sworn she's been a member for a while. But I guess because I didn't watch the video, so I guess she had, I don't know. Somebody correct me. What was I saying? 31-day challenge. If you want to join us, feel free. If you have not already liked, share, subscribe, hit the thumb for me. Greatly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. I'm coming live for the most part. I enjoy the community. So look, hold on. I missed this. Courtney, you fasting too? Nicole on the fast. That's her pastor. How you doing on the fast? I can't. Winans asked the members to borrow money from their Yes, she has, or at least she has been attending for a while. Okay. Okay. Borrow money from your neighbors? Nicola, are you serious? Borrow money from your neighbors? I'm just, and that's fine. And that's fine. Cindy gonna borrow money from her neighbors for sure. Marvin Winans asked his members to borrow 1,000. Stop playing with me. Stop it. No, he didn't say it ain't so. Look, he said, go ask your neighbor. Go ask your neighbors. Come to me. Oh my God. Courtney, since when you were a member of Carn? Y'all, me and Nicole joined under watch care the other day. So we members for 9 months. A mess. But so yeah, so I'm so thrown off. What do I look like ringing my next door neighbor? Okay, let's play with it for a second. I'm going to my neighbor house. Hey, how you doing, girl? You good? Yes. All right, that's what's up. Listen, my church, we are in the process of a building fund. We're trying to collect funds for our new building. The facility, girl, is so nice. We are going to we're gonna have a community center. It's gonna have a little school in it for the kids to learn music, all the things. Listen, we are raising money. I was just wondering if you could make a donation of $1,000. Girl, it's just 1,000. It's just 1,000 just to help us. It's Pastor had asked us to ask our neighbors. Okay. Pastor had asked us to ask our neighbors for $1,000. So girl, listen, girl, I know, but it's doable. Okay, it's doable. If you don't have 1,000, if you can give 500, any little bit help, girl, any little bit help. We just trying to get this building fund, get this building up and running so that we can go ahead and serve our community. It's all about the community, girl. So this your money is tax deductible also. So you can write it off on your taxes at the end of the year. But 1,000, I got to bring $1,000 back. And my pastor told me to ask my neighbor. And so, girl, I'm coming to you. I know I don't ask you for nothing. I ain't asked you for no flour. I ain't asked you for no sugar. I ain't asked you for nothing, but I am going to ask you for $1,000. Right. The door is closed. The door is closed. Are you serious right now? 1,000 plus 1,000. Yet and again. I'm not asking my neighbor nothing. We are doing good by waving. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? I'm not going around there asking you for nothing else. Okay? I'm not asking you for no $1,000. All right? So there's that. So, but if that's your pastor, let me ask myself, if my pastor asked me, no. I was like, let me think. If my pastor asked me to ask my neighbor, no. I'm not doing it. I'm not asking my neighbor nothing. I'm not asking my neighbor for nothing. I'm not asking my neighbor, and my neighbor not finna ask me. We're gonna wait. Hey, how you do? Hey, how you do? Y'all doing all right? Hey, Bobo. Hey, that's it. I'm not asking you for no offer. I'm not asking you for nothing. So don't ask me to ask my neighbor nothing. I don't even like when we in church, tell your neighbor, ask one. I don't even like touching my neighbor and telling my neighbor nothing in church, let alone outside of church. And I love my neighbors down. But I'm not asking them for 1,000. I'm not asking them for nothing. Child, I would close that door so quick. Do you hear me? What would you do if your neighbor came to you? Not at this time. Thank you. No solicitation in the neighborhood anyways. I hate talking to preaching to my neighbor at church. Man, and I get caught up in it every time. I don't like it, but I be like, okay, tell your neighbor, you gonna come out on top. What else they be saying? You are a winner. Your haters are under your feet. I mean, just anything. But all right, y'all, that's it. I don't have anything else because the day for me is far spent, and I gotta get my kids. Well, they teenagers, but they, they gotta prepare their hearts and minds for school tomorrow, and we gotta get back, get back into the flow of things. So I will see y'all again tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and y'all, hold on, what you said? Don't do the touch your neighbor, turn your neighbor. Don't shake me. I'm trying to hear God, okay? Don't whine and them ran out, okay? Don't. I'm not shaking my neighbor. We're not doing none of that. But listen, y'all have an amazing evening. I will see you all again tomorrow, same time, same place. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Take care.